Hello, it's Sonya again. This next workshop is about how to make these lovely paper flowers. So here's 3 examples, 3 different sizes, medium and a small one. And first I'm going to tell you the things that you're going to need. So you need some squares. Now the squares can be either pre-cut, add little books, which you can get hopefully if you've got some lying around. They do lots of different squares pre-cut. If you haven't, you can maybe use things like wrapping paper and then cut this into squares, so any wrapping paper you might have. And then the alternative is, if you haven't got anything like that, you could use something like plain or lined paper, and you can see this is one I've done on lined paper, and you can then maybe doodle and decorate it yourself or leave it plain. So once you've got your paper together, you then also need, for extras, you can either make your own or you can buy paper flowers or buttons, and then the little sticky on embellishments that you can use as well. So for this one I'm going to use one of these embellishments, and the first thing I'm going to do is stick that in the middle of the flower that I'm going to use for the one I'm going to make in a minute. Okay, so that's for your centre. The other thing you can use as well, but it's not essential, are sticks. So these are just little skewers that you can get in a supermarket for when you have a barbecue. All I tend to do is I just snip off the end so you haven't got a sharp edge. Just makes it a little bit safer. So you can see this one's already been done, so I've got a couple of those as well, but they're not essential. So once you've got your centre pieces out of the way, the other thing you're going to need, is a glue gun or double-sided tape or PVA. Glue guns is the best, but let's just see how we go with this one. So first you need to do is decide if you're going to do a 5 or a 6 petal flower. This one, for example, is a 6. This one also is a 6, whereas you can do just with 5 petals. So this little one is a 5. Okay, and this is how they look. So to make each petal, pick 5 or 6 of your colours. You can do them all the same, or you can choose different colours. You then take the one that you want to use first, and you make each individual petal. This is how you're going to do it. Turn it over and fold it into a triangle. Okay, once you've got the triangle, you're then going to fold each of the corners up to the top of your triangle and just press down on each side. And again, this side, you're going to take it, I'm going to turn it around, make it easier. I'm going to take it up to the top. So you've now got a little square with flaps. I then turn it over to the side. I put my finger in this piece and then I fold it down to form a kite shape. And again, press the sides, go to the other side, put your finger in, press down. So you've now got 2 sort of kite shapes on either side of your triangle. You then fold over the top. So you've got a little triangle, fold over the top, little triangle, and then fold it in half. Okay, so again on this side, fold it in half. And that gives you your first, if you fold it over like that, that gives you your first petal. Okay, so I'm just going to show you again with another colour. Do it a little bit more quickly this time. So you fold it up into your triangle, fold it up into the corner, fold it up again into the corner. So you've now got a little square. Put your finger in, make a kite, put your finger in, make a kite, fold over the top, fold over the top, fold it in half, fold it in half, and then again you have, if you fold it all over, another petal. Okay, So once you've made all 6, you put them all together. So I've got a few here that I've already done. So what we then do is we take the glue gun and we just very carefully, adults only really for safety, but even adults sometimes we can be careful because the glue is very hot, so mind your fingers. Glue along the top edge, fold it over, and for a glue gun just very carefully hold it until the glue sets. Okay, don't worry too much because this is going to all be hidden in the middle of the flower. So if you can see a bit of glue, that's okay, but try and stick it to the edge because you can see that's where your little stamens are for the inside, and that shows how that looks. So there's one, just going to do another one. Again, wrap it round, just hold it in place, let the glue set for a little while. If you let go of it too soon, the glue, and there you go, there's another little petal out, and there you go, the glue is still quite hot, so be very careful you don't touch the glue. So if you're a child, make sure you get a grown-up to help you. Okay, when you've got a few of them together, so here are some, a bit like Blue Peter that I made earlier. Okay, what we then want to do is glue them together to make the flower. So we take one of the ones that I've done before, we glue down the edge, and we take the next one and we glue it together and just hold it in place. We then take the next one, and again we take the one that we've done, we glue it together, and we've now got 3 stuck together. We just hold them in place. Just letting that set for a minute, so you've got your 3. Okay, so I've got 2 more that I want to add, so I'm actually going to stick another one onto there. So I've got the 2, so I've got 2 together and 3, and then I'm going to get ready for the inside. So I find one of my sticks and I literally just go up the middle with the glue, and I just give it a good load of glue. So I need some more glue stick added. So add glue up to the inside and put the stick in the middle. I'm then going to glue either side. And then I'm going to take the other 2, glue them together, and just hold the whole thing in place until it sets. So I'm just holding the whole thing. Once the glue is set, might take a little bit longer than that. Don't worry if you're not quite accurate in the middle, it doesn't really matter, because what you can then do is again put the glue over, take the flower you put to one side earlier, and there you have your flower. Now the stick is quite long, so it's hard to show you, but you can see there is your flower that you can make. So that's a medium size one. I've also made some little ones. So ones this sort of size that are smaller, depends on the size square that you use. You can actually, again, you don't need to use the actual stick this time. You can make maybe a decoration to go in a window, or maybe something to go as a table decoration. So again, you wouldn't need the stick depending on that. So again, I'm just going to pick some different colours. Go all the way around. Adding the purple. And then I've got another pink that I'm going to add. And just finish that off. So there you go, just holding it all together until it sets. So you've got your little flower, that's set. And then in this instance, instead of using a paper flower, I've got some little decorative buttons. And I'm going to stick those on instead. So there's one. And for the other one that I did earlier, again, good amount of glue from the gun here. Stick the button on. And then you have two really pretty little flowers that maybe you can put together as a little decoration, maybe 3, 4 or 5 even, or even do them round in a circle, haven't decided yet. So that is how to make one version of a paper flower.